We don't know what the future will hold. I mean, some of the scientists say that we're going to have worse droughts and bigger floods as well, but that doesn't seem to have happened here. And of course we don't have to worry about sea level rise in Central Australia. But yeah, we really have to pull our finger out and do something about the extra carbon dioxide in the air. And you know, the plants were doing okay before the extra carbon dioxide in the desert, so they're better off at the moment, but who knows what's going to happen. I'm an optimist.
Right.
But humans are well known for waiting till the last minute before they pull out and crash into trouble. So we've definitely got to pull our finger. But you know, the other exciting thing is China and India are the world experts on now getting sustainable energy.
But they are still using the most fossil fuels, aren't they?
Well, you know, we could not have got to where we are without the use of fossil fuels. So let's not, and you know, especially places like Africa have got to keep using them until they get enough money or economy to be able to produce so yeah.
Are you worried about how hot it might get? It seems to be getting hotter because we're already quite hot in desert regions like here than it is, say, in Sweden or Europe. Yeah,
well, as I said, our plants are pretty much adapted to the heat, so it's us humans that are going to suffer more than the plants. Yeah, I'm not saying that we aren't in trouble all over the world, that's for sure. I'm just surprised. And the other problem with global warming for here is that you get more growth, that means more bushfires.
Right.
And the heat helps that as well. So we really need to not only pull our finger out on getting sustainable energy, but we need to work on preventing bad fire.
It's quite a complicated story, really, because inevitably there are going to be wins and losses, and winners and losers. You know, some crops that will grow better now, particularly in the northern hemisphere, and maybe winters that aren't quite as savage. Do you think? And you say we need to pull our fingers out, but how do you feel about children growing up, you know, I suppose the Greta Thunbergs, with this kind of despair that, you know, there is no tomorrow, that they may seem to think that they're living in the final days, that the planet's doomed.
But isn't that a great thing that the kids are worried about it? I mean, I'm not saying they haven't got reason, because, you know, we've buggered things up for them and now we're expecting them to pull us out of it. But at least the young people, being better educated and so on, we wouldn't have got here. We wouldn't have been able to educate all our children if we hadn't had coal and gas energy. So,
well, that's the point.
You know, you can't have it. I mean, you can't say it's all bad. And you know, I don't think there's any doubt that we've only obtained. I mean, we're living in the best time of the earth ever. You know, you and I have been so lucky to have grown up in this time in the planet's history, because there's now less hungry people in the earth. There's less war. You know, really, the world is the best it's ever been.